Hey there, clodhoppers. Welcome back to Homesteading at Okra. I'm doing this video today because I want to share an experiment that I was conducting. Actually seemed to work out. Oppa! To show everybody this okra experiment that I did where I whacked off the top and now it's growing from the bottom. Very cool. Might be helpful to someone else who thought, you know, I think the okra's done for the year. I'm just gonna call it good. Well, if you're in a southern climate, I would say try the experiment. Cut it back at the top and then see if it comes up from below. And as far as where to cut it, I just cut it at a height that was comfortable. If it started growing up a little higher, I wouldn't be like reaching up way high. But so kind of about shoulder or lower level. That's what I would say. My advice for today. So, it's an okra experiment. After we came back from our 2-week trip, our okra hadn't been picked during that time. And so, there were so many okra pods on the top that I was afraid that it would not produce anymore for this season, because it had pretty much exhausted resources and there weren't many blooms on the top. So I decided, what could it hurt? What the hey, let's just try it. And so I whacked off the tops of the okra plants. See right here, sorry, let me get it in frame. And then this right here. And my hope was that by cutting off the, I think it's totipotent, and I'm saying that wrong, totipotent. Anyway, the top growth, it would cause the okra plants to grow back more at the nodes. And sure enough, look at all this greenery here. So by cutting off the top, it forced the okra to put more resources towards the bottom part of the plant. And so now we have okra blooming again. There's a bloom, and there's a few more. But I'm just really excited because that means that should extend our growing season without it getting to these heights. Now this was another kind of experiment. We wanted to see how tall this one particular okra plant would get. And I'm about 5'7". It's reaching for the sky. And I've never seen okra pods do quite that up at the top. That's because it's mostly the pods, not many leaves. Yeah, I would say that's at least 9 feet, if not 10 or more. It's crazy tall. But I will say that although that was a fun experiment to see how tall it would get and what it would look like if we didn't cut it back, the danger of doing that, especially towards the fall, is when you start getting all those high winds, your okra plant might break. I was able to harvest the most fresh pods at the bottom here, and you see there's some blooms. We're going to miss out on these because with the break that it has, it probably won't be able to get food and water to this broken stem. But in essence, it's naturally broken the top and doing what I did artificially by cutting it. And so if we don't get freezing temperatures anytime soon, which we probably won't because it's still mid-October, we should be seeing some additional growth here at the base, kind of like this one's doing. So that was a cool experiment. I was really pleased with that. Now I know something I can do next year, and now I'm probably more likely to cut off the tops of the okra before it gets really tall, knowing that it'll take maybe about 2 to 3 weeks for it to like regain its strength, because you're kind of stunting it for a short time period, and then it takes that energy that it would have put into growing up from the top and reallocating it to the bottom to put additional growth. And it does that because all plants want to have kids, basically. And so if you cut off all its seeds, you're kind of forcing it to think, oh no, I won't have any babies next year. My lineage will not continue. I got to work on making more seed. So that's what it does. Anywho, we're gonna have to get ready for church here soon, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these larger pods of okra off, because as you see over here, I'm finding out that if you leave them all, besides the fact that it doesn't produce as much, it becomes too heavy and it weighs down the branches. And if I remove these top pods, in fact, you can probably just cut off these top parts like here, maybe even farther back. Anyway, that'll help lighten the load for those okra plants, and they'll stand back up and start producing again. If I leave them like this, they're going to start falling. In fact, I'm going to have to make the hard decision. Do I keep this branch since it still has a bloom, or do I whack it off back here because it's got more plant, well, unless the kitty tears it all up, it's got more plants down here. So that would give that a fresh start and it would really come back strong. Decisions. Okay. Well, anyway, that's what's going on today at the homestead. Glad we could catch up. Hope you'll have a great day. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Oh, and by the way, check out our Facebook and our Pinterest page. I took my personal Pinterest page and switched it into a business Pinterest page, so it already has tons of information, because it's hard for me to not do like 2 hours on Pinterest when I get on there, which is why I don't get on there every day most of the time. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.